Welcome to She Needs Grit. I'm your host, Samantha Varner, profit coach and founder of She Collective. I now run a successful coaching practice, and I'm here to share all that I've learned through my 14 plus years of experience in financial services, public relations, and profit coaching, so you can apply it to building or renovating your business. Profitable businesses are created with just 4 ingredients: grit, confidence, strategy, and simplicity. This podcast is a combination of conversations with gritty entrepreneurial women and no fluff ways to create profit in your business starting today. If you're ready, grab your caffeine and let's get started. Hey, thanks for joining me for this episode of She Needs Grit. I'm your host, Samantha Varner, and I'm so excited today to be sitting here and talking to you about one of my favorite subjects. Clients will talk to you and tell you all about how I love talking sales. I have been in multiple sales jobs over the course of my career, long before I had my own business, and it is one of the things that I thoroughly love. I've always enjoyed it. I've always been pretty good at it. I think it's probably stemming from a place of I love talking to people. And when it gets right down to it, the reality is sales is just talking to people, figuring out what it is that they need, and then if you have that solution, you provide it. So that sounds so easy, right? It sounds so straightforward. Just find the people that want to have your product or your service and sell it to them. And that's all you should have to do. You and I both know that that's not as easy as it is. So today we're going to dive really deeply into the 3 reasons that I think you probably don't have the clients that you want and the ways that we can work around trying to fix that. So let's get started. I'm excited you're here. The first one is a big one. And there is no business owner that I know that isn't guilty of doing this some of the time. So when I talk about these things, I never want you to feel called out. I don't want you to feel like it is something to reflect on and punish yourself moving forward. I really want you to be able to reflect on these pieces of information, evaluate whether or not you are doing them or not doing them or would like to get stronger, and then implement them in your business. I am not wanting you to get away from the car after this podcast and be devastated about the fact that you've been doing it wrong or that you should have done it this way or beating yourself up. That just is not effective. It's definitely not going to move you in the direction that you want. And that's not the goal of this podcast. So be kind to yourself, please. If you've been doing it the wrong way, let's say, then that's okay. We've learned and we can implement a new way. So the first part today we're going to talk about is that you are the invisible business. Anybody nodding out there? Anybody spending a whole lot of time just behind the computer screen, not actually engaging with any human beings that may indeed be interested in purchasing from your business? Yeah, okay. So that's the first thing that you have to take care of. You have to realize that in order to be a business, you must be visible. You must be out engaging with other people. That might mean in person. That might mean online. That might mean cold calling. That might mean visiting businesses. But the basics for that are absolutely you need to be out in the world in some capacity, and you need to be sharing that you have a business, what your business does, what it solves for people, and sharing that with people that might be an appropriate client or that might know somebody who's an appropriate client. That's as simple as that one is. You just need to not spend time doing things that don't move the needle. I talk to my clients all the time about move the needle actions. And it is easy for us to feel like we're working really, really hard, putting tons and tons of hours into our business and not actually doing anything that's creating a client or building revenue for our business. So I want you to take a peek. If this feels like it might fit, I want you to take a peek and kind of say, if that's me, how much time in my week am I devoting to getting myself in front of people and telling them about my business? Okay, if you just looked at your calendar and thought, oh, Sam, you're calling me out, I want you to change that. I had a coach that told me at one point that one of her recommendations in this move, and I thought this was brilliant, was every hour that you would dedicate to clients or client work, if you had it, dedicate it to marketing your services. Dedicate it to selling, dedicate it to networking, dedicate it to getting yourself in front of more humans until those spots are full. So when you look at your calendar, and if in your schedule you've decided that you're going to work your business 10 hours a week, then if right now you would love to have 8 hours worth of client work, then I want you spending 8 hours a week marketing your business. And what I don't mean by that is behind the computer creating graphics, creating images, updating your website, all of that sort of thing. Actually talking to human beings in some capacity about your business. So how could you go about doing that? That might feel daunting. There are so many ways, but to give you just a couple, if you haven't thought of these thus far, I do a ton of in-person networking because I really enjoy conversations with people. If that's hard for you, then see if you can find yourself a wing woman to go with you, buddy up with a partner that you know is also trying to grow a business. And then you have a buddy to go into this networking group, be able to walk in, feel more confident, get in there and have conversations with people. Learn about other people's businesses and how you might be able to just help them expand. That will make a huge impact. Other ways you can do this is obviously engaging on social media. So not necessarily just posting things and throwing it out into the ethers, but actually engagement. Reach out to people that are your perfect client. Send them a couple of great comments on their posts. Do that for a whole bunch of people. People will respond to you. Start to just have a conversation, have a dialogue, build a friendship and a relationship online. Build it in a way that the conversation leads to, hey, what do you do? Hey, what's your business? Hey, do you do that for other people? Those questions will happen, right? They happen online. They happen at networking events. They happen at cocktail parties. They happen at kids' events. Today, I was spending some time at the fun run for my elementary school boys, and there are tons of people there that are saying to me, hey, what's going on with the business? What's going on? Somebody beside that person says, oh, I didn't know you had a business. What do you do? And I'm able to just chat like a normal human. Then I'm going to say to them, hey, what are you doing right now? What's going on with you? It opens a dialogue. And I'm not trying to sell coaching packages while I'm standing at the fun run. I'm absolutely not. But I know that the more people that know what I do and who I help means that they're going to be thinking about it the next time they have that other person that they're talking to that says, oh, my business, it's struggling. They're going to say, oh, I ran into Sam Varner the other day, and you know she does that. She's been doing it for a while. I'm sure she could help you. Let me put you in touch with her. That's how humans are. And moms and women in particular are very, very good at providing help to other people when we know somebody. So the more you have those engagements in very casual ways, the more introductions you will get into your business. Okay, so it's out behind the computer we get, right? Being visible faces of our business and being confident. The next one is another one that I hear all the time. Sales feels yucky. Sales feels sleazy. I don't want to ask people for money. I don't want to have to talk to them about money. You have to. I know, there's no easy answer for this one. Sales doesn't have to be sleazy if you can get yourself into the mindset that you are offering a service, that belief in your product or your business and the belief in the transformation that it creates for people. That's what happens. If you can figure that piece out and you can confidently believe that you are helping people with your business, and to be quite honest, you're doing them a disservice if you don't share with them that that's what you do, that makes that all the different. Now, there are ways you can come across as being incredibly sleazy, incredibly convincing. You can be somebody who starts that conversation at the fun run really weirdly, like, hey, would you like coaching? Hey, would you like to buy my product? That's weird. Don't do that. Think about it like dating. If you meet somebody, you're standing in the line at Starbucks and there's somebody ahead of you that you think, oh, they look nice. If the first thing that you said to them was, hey, do you want to go on a date? Just like that, cold. That's weird. Or if you started listing all the reasons why you'd be an amazing person to date, that's also weird. Don't do that. So If you can really think about these conversations being more casual conversations, but ones in which you are inserting the fact that you have a business and you are exceptional at what you do, and these are the people that you can help, that will have tremendous impact on how you start to just build networks, how you start to get people interested in what you have to offer, and how you're just more confident as you get out there and put it out in front of people. Really, really critical. Okay, the third one. You're scared to ask for the business. Somebody says to you at the fun run, "Hey, that sounds amazing. I've been looking for a business coach. How do you work with clients?" The way that I would do that, the way that I would engage with that person is, "Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question. That's wonderful. I would be thrilled to hop on a call or grab a coffee with you later this week, kind of when we're not doing the fun run thing out here. And why don't we sit down and chat, and I can answer all of your questions about how I work with clients and whether it would be a great fit, and I can hear more about your business because that's my favorite thing to do." And get them on the calendar. It's okay to do that piece. It's okay to say to them, "Hey, I'll send you my link real quickly, and you can just sign up for a time there, or does Tuesday at 9 a.m. work?" That's it. That's all. You're not trying to sell in the moment, right? You're not going to whip out your product out of your purse. You're not going to just start trying to convince them to buy a coaching package with you while you're sitting at the fun run watching your kids run around in the hot. That's not going to work. But that kind of opportunity will come up if you are open to it, if you are engaged and you're paying attention. That will happen. So I just want to encourage you to really, really pay attention to the amount of times that happens. If today's topic is one you know you struggle with, I invite you to book a free profit call with me and share your struggles, your goals, and together we can decide how coaching with me could be the way to shift you into a profit maker. The best way to book this call is either go to Instagram at Samantha N. Varner, that's SamanthaNvarner, or go to https://bit.ly/free profit call and book your call today, and let's get you moving towards being a profit maker in your business. Thanks again for joining me, Samantha Varner, in this episode of She Needs Grit. Let's talk shop again soon. If you like this episode, hit follow, share with a friend, and leave me a 5-star review in your podcast app. Every review means other gritty women just like you find the show and grow their profitable business today. I invite you to connect with me on Instagram at Samantha N. Varner, or just pop over to my site at shecollective.biz, and that's .biz with a Z or a Z if you happen to be in Canada. I'll be back next week with more so you can create confidence, clients, and cash in your business with simple strategy and none of the drama.